How's it going, friends? It's RobertIDK here. And I'm here with my wonderful girlfriend, Larla.
Hello.
And yes, you read that title correctly. We are doing it. We're back. We're doing it. We are looking at Haminations!
I haven't heard you scream that in a while.
I haven't heard it, and I haven't said it in a long time either. It's been a long time since I've watched Haminations, so I'm coming back to show my girlfriend Haminations for the first time. We're gonna watch the most essential viewing classics ever.
Really?
Yeah. The first one that I ever saw. I look young! And,
Dogs versus cats, parentheses, which is better?
Me versus Chunk. Who's better? Chunk dirty!
Oh my god.
He's a liar. What's the right answer?
Sorry. So yeah, we're gonna watch.
Did you line me up to say that, or was that like?
Well, no, it's just the title. When I read the title,
Yeah.
which is better, I thought me versus Chunk. Who's better? So I just had to put it in. Sorry. Now, homie, some of you guys may be wondering why it's been so long since I've looked at Haminations. And if you want to know, this is why. Yeah, pretty much all my Haminations videos got copyright claimed, including the ones that he was barely in, like the pets video and the animator's first videos video. And yeah, I have a family to feed. So I unfortunately have to focus on videos that I can make money off of. As much as I would just like to watch whatever I want, whenever I want, all the time. I mean, if I could do that, I'd watch SpongeBob season 2 and 3 full time. But yes, no hate to Haminations, they can do that. I am not entitled to make money reacting to whatever I want to do. But yes, I did stop doing the videos because I have a family to support and I have to focus on that. And if you do want to support my channel, because you know I'm not making any money off of this video, I've got merch. I've got merch, the muffin merch, the Mingus merch, the dumbest merch, the other muffin merch. Or you can just boop like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out my other stuff. Because honestly, if you like this series, you'll like all of my other videos just as much. Okay, thanks for listening. Let's do it.
At a saloon.
Yeah.
One glass of water, please.
Hey punk, this here bar is for adults only. You gotta be at least 18 years old to be in here.
18?
So hit the road.
Actually,
Yeah?
I'm 20 years old, and here's my ID.
Oh right, I think I talked about that before. Because when he first said that, I was like, is this guy Canadian? But no, I guess you can go into a bar when you're 18. You just can't order a drink until you're 21.
I've never been to a bar where like they've let me in at 18.
Listen, I said the same thing, but a lot of people in the comments were like, so I was like, okay, fine.
Like there was one time I was at a bar just to order food, okay? Because they had really good burgers there and they made us wait outside.
See?
Actually, I'm 20 years old, and here's my ID.
Wow.
Nice try, little man. There ain't no way a small fry like you is 20. Now get out before I make you.
If you don't believe it, then die by my blade.
I'm the best blade master you'll ever see, pipsqueak. So prepare to die.
Nah, no one with a mustache like that is a sword wielder. They're a Draco wielder.
Please, mercy.
That's the Minecraft walking away sound.
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. Wow. An incredible feat. A little overkill in my opinion, but you know, it happens. That's what happens when you mistake him for being younger than he is, you know?
I'm a big boy now. Hi, I'm Bryson, and I look younger than I actually am. I'm 20
Word.
now, and I look like I'm 15. So whenever I tell someone my age, it goes like this. What? No way are you 20. You look and sound way younger. Stop lying.
But unfortunately, if you look 15, you probably can't do that to an adult.
I mean,
Kind of annoying being a late bloomer, but
what?
You said you mean what?
I mean, if he looks 15 and he beats up an adult.
Then that's a superpower, is what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah. I used to be mistaken for younger than I am, and I think I'm starting to get to the age now where it's like people. I don't know. What would you guess? What would not?
Like my honest guess of how old you are?
Yeah.
I don't even know how old you are. Aren't you like 35 already?
What? Stop it! Stop it!
What? Are you not?
No, stop it! She's kidding. You're silly.
That means I have to return the birthday stuff because I'm 35.
You're funny.
Kind of annoying being a late bloomer, but I've been told it'll work out later in life, so knock on wood.
I haven't seen this in so long. It's crazy.
Yeah, I sound young, but you know who else sounds young?
Mickey Mouse.
Mouse. And he's over 90 years old. And guess what? Everyone loves him. Huh? Hi, everyone. I'm Mickey Mouse.
Do your Mickey.
Wow, this Mickey impression is okay. I think it's got some strengths over mine in some ways, but I also think in other ways I'm better. Who do you think does it better?
Okay.
You, I love your Mickey Mouse impression.
Aw, thank you.
I'm Mickey Mouse. Don't forget to subscribe. Right, Donald?
They didn't even make him say words.
Well, I thought he
Some of
doesn't
you
normally
guys
talk.
turn 12
says
and then
words.
boom, adult.
ほう、向かってくるのか。
I guess I'm just getting an adult mind first and then an adult body later, which I guess is a good thing. My brain may be smooth and dumb, but it's learning how to be an adult, but it's still smooth.
Don't ever do
Yeah,
that,
you know what?
kids.
I've got a tiny body and a tiny brain. No silver lining here. This just sucks.
No, there is a silver lining because now you're like 6'1" or something.
Is he really 6'1"?
Yes, he got really tall. Yes.
So he was taller than you when you guys met the first time?
Yeah. Oh, yes. He's like 3 inches taller than me. Yeah.
3 inches. I thought you were like 5'9", so isn't that like 1, 2, 3,
Yes.
4
There's an
inches?
you're thinking you're forgetting the 11 and 12 in the inches.
No silver lining here. This just sucks.
Was I born this way? I don't know.
Although I still look really young due to my chronic baby face, I actually have been growing these past few years.
Whoa.
I'm actually decently tall now. However, only my legs grew. My torso stayed tiny, but my legs got really long, which I think we can all find hilarious. My Bryson, what long legs you have? The better to kick you with.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can't get away with that now, you
Though
know.
I'm a normal height, my face still looks like a 12-year-old, as I've been told by everyone ever. You look really young. You're tiny. You'll work out later. You're small. You look young.
You know, I know, I got it. I got the concept.
That's from Hercules.
We just watched that.
Prevent people from saying stuff I've heard a million times. Whenever someone asks me my age, I try to prep them. Like, we are very late bloomers in my family. I look way younger than I actually am. Don't poop your pants or anything. Just be cool, okay? I'm 20 years old. What? They poop their pants anyway, so I have to execute them.
Don't pull out the Draco.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
Yeah, he
he's
doesn't do that as much. He doesn't execute as many characters in his videos now as he used to.
Yeah, he's murking everyone.
Yeah, but it definitely caught me off guard when I first watched Haminations. That's one thing you need to be prepared for. If you watch the earlier stuff, he doesn't do it as much now. I think he should go back to doing it, to be honest, but... But maybe now that he's tall, he's not as angry at the world, and so he doesn't need to execute as many individuals, but...
Valid.
Whatever coping mechanisms help him, you know?
anyway, on to the stories. So there I was at a dance with some friends. It was a rare occasion where you could spot a wild Bryson outside of his natural habitat.
Whoa.
The house. Anyway, a slow song comes on and me and my friends awkwardly... Anyway, a slow song comes on and me and my friends awkwardly ask some girls to dance.
Wow.
So we're there dancing. So, what color's
You
your
come here
toothbrush?
this often?
Mine's blue. And she asks, how old are you? I'm 18. This was 2 years ago, mind you. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not.
How offensive.
So I shuffle us over to my friend. Psst, Travis, tell her I'm 18. She doesn't believe me. Yeah, he's not lying. He really is 18. No,
That's a good
he
friend.
isn't.
A good friend! A good friend!
He's 18.
No,
His
this is an
friend-
awful girl.
No, but he asked his friend,
Yeah, but what friend would not say,
me, I'd be like, oh no,
Oh,
yeah,
no,
he's
he's 12.
15.
He's
He's
12.
totally 15.
yeah, that would be a bad friend. Hey, you don't need to be a good friend to just be honest, you know? I can relate to this pain. I don't know if I told this in the last time I looked at this video. I remember being in grade 12 in in school, obviously, and there was the student council elections assembly, and so grades 9, 10, and 11 had to be in that assembly. Grade 12s obviously didn't because we weren't gonna be there next year. So I was walking through the hall and a teacher is like, hey, you need to be in there. I'm like, I'm in grade 12. And they're like, you don't look like you're in grade 12. Excuse me? Like what? What? Excuse?
And then what happened?
I'm at a loss for words is what happened. Like, I just said, I don't know. I don't even know what I said. That's unbelievable. You
didn't show her your ID? You didn't tell her your first
I didn't carry around an ID.
You guys didn't have school IDs? We always had to wear
In
ours.
high school? We
always had to wear it around our necks. We had lanyards.
America is weird. But no, we didn't have to do that. No.
Okay.
No, he isn't. So we just awkwardly finished the dance and then never saw each other again. And that's why I hate women. And that's why I hate dances. This other time I was on a plane and we were seated in the exit row. And if you didn't know, you have to be a certain age to sit there and you have to agree to open the plane and save everyone if it crashes.
I didn't know that.
If this plane crashed,
I didn't know that you had to be 18 to be there.
Thank you for your hypothetical service, sir. Anyway, I was sitting there and I had my ID ready because I knew what was coming next. Excuse me, sir, how old are you?
I am old enough to be sitting here, and here's my ID to prove it. I'm a super breed of human that ages slower and lives longer. Don't you ever question my power again. Now perish.
It's what I would have said if I didn't.
Okay, this next story requires a lot of context.
Listen, I talked about this the first time I watched the video.
Now you're sounding like Donald Duck.
Donald?
Is it Donald Duck or Daffy Duck? Yeah.
Daffy Duck. I can't. Yes, wascally what? I don't know how to do Daffy. I mean, that was okay. But when I watched this video the first time, I made a point to say, yeah, looking young is cool, you know, because when you're older, you will be happy about it. Honestly, I've thought about this a lot. I think the age like 24 is when you stop wanting to look older than you are. Well, I guess as a guy. Maybe as a woman, it's younger. I don't know. What would you say? You'd want to be forever 21 like the store, right?
No, I did not. No. I like being 25. 25 is like such a nice
You're not 20. You're 26.
I just turned 26. Okay. Watch it.
Did you forget?
No, I know, but I was explaining.
I liked
being 25.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry it changed.
Mm-hmm.
Then we don't know what we did.
Okay, this next story requires a lot of context, but it's worth it, so here I go. 2 years ago, I was involved in a volunteer humanitarian youth group where we all raised money to travel to India, bring supplies and medical care, and teach children how to speak English.
That's nice.
And you guys watching my videos is actually how I paid for it, so thanks for that.
All right.
Anyways, it was a formative experience for me, and I learned a lot through teaching and bonding with those kids in a new country, even though it was about 96 hours of travel time.
96?
It was
96?
It's a 96!
So
I could play a whole Xenoblade Chronicles.
After a long day of teaching, I was sitting on the floor in the dinky hotel we were staying in my jammies after a bucket bath, just thinking about life, when suddenly an unfamiliar woman walked through the hallway and looked at me. Hello, little boy. How old are you? 7? What? And then she went and talked to everyone, but when she was done, she walked past my room again and said, "Goodbye, 7."
7!
I hate women.
See, here's the thing, Bryson. Here's the thing. You literally said, I was in my jammies. You're opening yourself up, but that behavior is what opens you up to this kind of treatment. You pull out the Draco on everyone in this animation. You need to have that Draco on you in real life. No, I'm just kidding. But no, if you're saying words like jammies when you're 20, I think the story kind of writes itself.
Apparently, she was a friend of one of our translators and she was some kind of social media influencer. And a few days later, some of the other members of the group started talking about her. She was kind of rude. She was really egotistical. Left a bad taste in my mouth.
Like most influencers.
She only wanted to talk to me to get me to follow her on Facebook. I hated her from day one, so it felt really nice to have everyone else get on the same page and realize that she sucked. Bryson,
oh my gosh.
I feel like the whole English joke is going a little too far. Anytime someone disagrees with you, you just it has become repetitive and detrimentally unfunny.
No, where this is going.
While we're on the topic of India, here's a couple more stories. While teaching, a puppy showed up at the school, and even though we weren't allowed to pet all the dogs there, I broke the rules to hold the puppy because look at him, he's so cute.
No.
Did you bite him?
But then the puppy totally imprinted on me, followed me around everywhere, and fell asleep in my bed.
No.
During playtime, one of the children grabbed my arm and started jumping up and down, and then suddenly all of them started doing that, and I literally got mobbed and dogpiled by them. Grew everywhere there, and I grabbed some and fed it to a cow. Just thought I should share. The next day, the cow found the whole bush and ate the whole thing.
I don't remember. Wait, you never told me that part. Are you gonna include that part?
Oh yeah, we'll scramble the words. But yes, listen.
Oh my gosh. Wait, it grew everywhere?
Bryson, this animal, and it needs to be documented.
It grew everywhere?
I don't know. I wasn't there. Apparently it did.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. The cow ate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet their milk tastes like colors, you know?
Colors.
And ate the whole thing.
Ate the whole
That
thing.
milk and those babies are gonna be crazy. Bruh, my milk tastes like colors. I learned that the toilets there are literally just holes in the ground, so that was a humbling experience. Seriously, the toilets there change a person. I'm a changed man. This Joseph guy was allergic to peanuts, and then he ate a peanut and started dying, and then our medic literally saved his life.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Also, when we got home, he got run over by a car and was fine. I don't know, he just doesn't die, I guess. It's been 2 years though, so
Bryson just attracts
On the bus
violence.
home, the girl Katie next to me threw up all over her backpack, and I helped her clean it up, and she said it was really nice of me to stay sitting next to her even after she threw up. But then we got home and she got married to someone who wasn't me, so thanks a lot, Katie.
Now you hate women even more.
I hate women. What was this video about again? Looking young? Okay, right. Since I'm 20 now, I'm hastily looking forward to turning 21 because then I want to go into a bar and order a beer to see how the bartender and bystanders react. One beer, please.
Nice try, Squirt.
Dingus.
You ain't old enough.
Here's my ID, driver's license, birth certificate, and social security number.
Not the
Give
social
me the
security
beer.
number.
I'm not actually gonna drink alcohol, but I just want to see what'll happen if I try to. If I do get the beer, I'll just give it to someone else in the bar. Drinks are on me! But Bryson, why would you buy a beer if you're not even gonna drink it? That's a waste of money! It's not about the money.
It's about sending a message.
It's about sending a message.
You know, that's
I
right.
hope the bartender doesn't call the cops on me, though.
Son, there ain't no way you're old enough to drink.
Officer, please, look at my ID!
Too bad, because we don't double check.
Ooh. That's a bad message. That's a very bad message.
Oh yeah. When did this video come out?
After what you're thinking about.
Try one little itty bitty sip of the beer I worked so hard to get.
That is what happens. This is why you shouldn't drink. This is what happened. So that was the first Haminations video I ever saw. I think that's a great introduction. And I know when he was talking about,
I can't wait to turn 21 so I can get a beverage.
he did this video 3 months ago. So if you guys want me to check out that video, you need to boop like on this video, you need to be subscribed to the channel, and you need to leave a comment telling me to check out that video, okay? If you want me to do that, because if you don't, I won't do it. I won't do it. Dogs and cats, which is better?
Me versus Chunk. Who's better? Chunk dirty! He's a liar. What's the right answer?
Was that Shane Dawson?
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know. That's a Bryson. That is probably the most inappropriate reference I've seen him make in a video, and I would not have noticed if you hadn't told me.
Wait, I don't get it.
Shane Dawson.
Oh.
Yikes. Okay, yeah, I didn't know. Okay.
I love that cat.
Yeah, so sorry.
Who's better? Chunk dirty!
Mademoiselle Will.
I'm Bryson, and I like animals. And today I'm going to talk about two of the most popular animal companions, dogs and cats.
Who's better?
Starting off, I'm totally a dog person and not a cat person.
That makes a lot of
I
sense.
think it's a spiritual
I mean, he
thing,
hates
though,
women.
because 99% of the time, when I see a random dog, I'm able to successfully call the dog over and pet it, and we become best friends.
Aww.
Conversely, I have never successfully befriended a cat. I want to be their friends, and I try every time, but our energy is just so different that the cat just walks away when I try and befriend it. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Psst, 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 psst. Come here, let me pet you.
No.
It happens,
And on one of the only times I was able to pet a cat, I made the mistake of petting its belly and...
Oh! That will
However, when I wrote this script, I went to hang out with some friends and I encountered not one, not two, but three cats. And incredibly, I was able to befriend and pet all of them.
Aww.
Seriously, in my 19 years of life, I've had a cat let me pet it like once. And then after I write it down, I get 3 in one day. What
Pretty
are the
good.
odds?
Manifestation.
I guess the cat gods heard my plea. Seriously, it was like a switch was flicked. So if you struggle with befriending cats, write it down and then they'll love you. That's what I did.
It's like a dream journal.
Anyways, since that experience, I like to go around the neighborhood on an electric longboard at night and search for random cats to pet. It's been very fun. Although my neighbors did catch me sitting in their driveway petting their cat in the middle of the night once, so they think I'm kind of creepy. But anyway, let's move on to dogs. I love dogs, always have. However, I do prefer bigger dogs over smaller ones because in my experience, 90% of the aggressive dogs I meet are small. Big dogs are usually just teddy bears, while the small ones think they are more powerful than they actually are.
They're making up for their height.
Okay, valid. Here's my thought process, because I always was like, big dogs are real dogs. What is that dumb little dog? That used to be how I thought. But now that I'm a grown man with a partner and we think about getting a dog, it's like, do I want the responsibility of having a giant dog that we have to take on 2-mile hikes every day?
Well, I like hiking. I take our dog on a hike. I'd make it carry my backpack.
I'm trying to make a point here, and you're stomping on it.
Okay.
Would you though?
You're right. I'm wrong.
Would you take our dog on a 2-mile hike every day?
Yeah, I would go. Especially if we had a nice house.
Okay, we're getting a big dog then. Okay.
But it has to be short hair. I don't want hair all over the place.
Forget the point I was making. All right, forget it. I wasn't gonna say anything that made any sense.
Good, don't listen to him.
Powerful than they actually are. I think it's just something we're born with. Some people have a cat aura, and some people...
picture, I don't know if I pointed this out when I first watched it. This is Joe Rogan's dog.
Really?
Yeah. And in his studio, because this is like just a photoshopped image.
Oh, okay.
He has this like Wolverine thing, and that's his dog Marshall. He's so cute. He's got a cute golden retriever.
I think it's just something we're born with. Some people have a cat aura, and some people have a dog aura. My dog energy is infinite. I love dogs, and I want to pet all of them.
Can I pet that dog? No, he's sleeping. Can I pet that dog?
I've had dogs all throughout growing up. We had Pixel, Duke, and now we got Dixie. Pixel was a really good dog. When we were all really young, my brother Braden took a Sharpie and drew all over Pixel. She didn't mind, though. She was a chill girl.
Unbelievable.
Mom wasn't too happy about it, though. Rest in peace, Pixel.
Aww.
Then we got Duke. I won't go into details, but we rescued Duke from some really bad people, and he had some trauma and didn't like other dogs. However, he did like our other dog, Dixie. Duke was a really good boy. He had heterochromia, meaning one of his eyes was blue and the other was brown. He didn't realize how big he was either, and would try and snuggle up and lay on our laps like a chihuahua. Even though it would compress my lungs, I would still let him lay on me because he was so cute. He was also very good at eating flies.
Ew.
A good boy for the ages.
That's pretty
Rest
good,
in peace,
though.
buddy. And our current family dog is Dixie. She is so sweet, snuggly, and cute. She has very expressive ears, and she loves it when you pet her butt.
Oh.
Also, she is so
Couldn't be
gentle
me.
with almost all creatures. For example, I used to have a pet guinea pig named Link, and Link and Dixie were friends. Also, Dixie used to catch birds for fun, but she wouldn't kill them, and she would bring them inside, and I would help the birds calm down, and then they would fly away. But I can just imagine them telling all their bird friends what happened. Bro, this big dog caught me, and I thought it was gonna eat me, but it let me go. No way, you're making that up. It's true, I swear. Nope, no way.
That's
cap. What that Rottweiler did to Terry?
Bag up, Terry.
I remember that. That's funny. Bag up, Terry. Wait, what's the original video? Oh, right, this.
No.
I remember this.
Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus.
That's funny.
Mango tear.
No way would a dog let you go. But yeah, she's a gentle dog. However, me and my brothers will sometimes fight and horseplay with each other, and Dixie doesn't like that.
Aww.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
She will try and defend whoever's being attacked, but she often misjudges who the victim is and will nip at the wrong person. Ow!
Then maybe she's not trying to defend. Maybe she's just trying to join in on the beatdown, you know?
Don't worry, she didn't really bite me. She just does a warning bite. She's never drawn blood, and trust me, she's a pit bull. If she wanted to hurt someone, she could. But most pit bulls are actually the sweetest creatures on the planet, and they don't deserve the bad reputation. Because in almost all cases of pit bulls being violent, the bad owners are to blame. There are no bad dogs, only bad owners.
I remember talking about this because I think I watched this in the pets video.
Did you agree with him?
To an extent, there is nature. Nature is a thing. And these dogs, there are dogs that will attack people regardless of how they're trained. And it is a thing that happens. And stereotyping all dogs based on their breed is bad. Obviously, there's plenty good pit bulls, there's plenty good of every dog. But you don't see any stories of golden retrievers eating toddlers, is all I'm saying. You don't see it. So I just think, yes, stereotypes are bad, but you shouldn't just be like, hey, a pit bull, let's go hug it. You know, you can't, that's all I'm saying.
I've actually had one pet cat when I was young. Why only one? Because my mom is allergic. Anyway, her name was Katie, and honestly, she was an outside cat, so I don't really remember a lot about her. However, I do have one memory. I was 2 years old and my family was building a treehouse. I was sitting up there while they all worked on the treehouse when Katie crossed my path. I remembered hearing that cats always land on their feet, so I decided to test it. We actually have video of it. The video didn't catch the fall, but you see the before and after and the reaction from my grandparents. Here it is.
You're kind of high.
Hi, Bryson.
He was 16 when this was filmed.
Try to put your head through here.
Today is Thanksgiving 2003.
Oh
my God.
My word.
Did he push the cat down?
Yeah.
Can we push you
Bryson.
I'm sorry, I was only 2 years old. I hadn't discovered empathy yet. It wasn't a malicious attack. What went on in my head was, cats land on feet, see cat, push cat to test theory. She was fine. She never forgave me though. But the issue with dogs and cats is that you get them, you fall in love with them, and then they die and it breaks your heart.
Yeah.
And so I decided to get a pet that's a little more long-term.
A turtle.
Meet Scooter and Egg, my 2 pet tortoises. These guys can live longer than 50 years, so they might outlive me.
That's
They are
cool.
very personable and cute. The best pet rocks a guy could ask for. Dixie is also friends with the tortoises.
Aww.
However, she doesn't respect them very much because I feed the tortoises carrots, and for some reason, Dixie really likes to eat carrots too. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Anyway, I turned my
The
back
muffins
for
eat
1
carrots.
second,
Yeah.
and Dixie stole the carrots from Egg. She wasn't too happy about that. Although, since I feed them carrots, Egg now thinks that my fingers are carrots. I often take the tortoises outside so they can get some sun, and I give them baths to keep them clean and hydrated, and I love them. I'm the best dad ever. Although Egg ran away one time and was missing for 2 months. The way it happened was crazy. I was sitting in the front yard watching a show while the tortoises were chilling. Scooter was in sight at all times, but Egg was taking a nap under a rock out of sight, and I would check on her every 5 minutes. This went on for an hour, and she hadn't moved at all. But the next time I checked, she was gone. I searched everywhere, but there was no sign of her. Then I remembered that our doorbell had a camera on it, so I scoured the footage.
I've heard of this happening with tortoises. Sean O'Malley has pet tortoises, and yeah, they'll just, like, if they're outside, you have to keep an eye on them, or they could walk 500 miles and 500 more.
I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more
Okay.
I kind of sounded like you.
For sure. We're not putting you in. We're just putting in the song.
Whatever.
Bag up, Tarot.
I searched everywhere, but there was no sign of her. Then I remembered that our doorbell had a camera on it, so I scoured the footage between the last time I saw her sleeping and when she was lost, and there was only a 5-minute window. I kept my eyes peeled, but nothing. It was like she vanished into thin air. So I went through the proper missing pet procedures. Missing posters, every missing pet app known to man, calling animal shelters, crying. A lot. And 2 months later, my neighbors found her under a rock. Egg was unfazed. She could have kept going. Did you know that tortoises can go 3 years without food?
What?
But now that she's home, she gets all the food she wants.
Yay.
I reunited her with Scooter, and Scooter did not care. I cared. I'm so glad we found
They're
her.
reptiles,
It's a miracle.
of course I don't care.
I've told you guys that I'm stupid before, but this confirms it if you had any doubt. Yes, I somehow managed to lose one of the slowest creatures on the earth. Smooth brain. They basically are my own little pet dinosaurs. Just size them up a bit and boom, they fit right in with Jurassic Park. Anyway, I now love both cats and dogs, but I think my relationship with dogs is healthier because they return the love.
Yeah.
Cats aren't so generous. I'll still let them bite and scratch me so I can try and pet them though, because I'm that desperate for affection. To end this video off, I'd like everyone to listen to this PSA. If a dog rolls over and shows their belly to you, that means you should definitely give them belly rubs.
If a cat does
If a cat rolls over and shows their belly, do not under any circumstances pet it. That is a trap. The cat is just trying to kill you. I speak from experience. Oh, the sting of betrayal.
Word.
And also the sting of claws and teeth.
Word.
The moral of the story is, love is given, trust is earned. And I trust dogs more. The end.
So are you convinced that dogs are better?
Nope. No, I love cats.
Yeah.
They're just so cute. And they're so nice.
Some of them are nice. I mean,
most of the cats I've met are nice.
I think the ratio of nice cats to bad cats is not as favorable as nice dogs to bad dogs.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What did I say? You know what I meant. You know what I meant.
He's not making any sense.
All right, homies. Did you have fun? Did you have fun?
Yes.
Good. I had fun because I watched it with you. If you want to check out the other videos from this series, here are all the Haminations videos. If you haven't seen all the other videos that we've done of Haminations, check them out. It's a whole playlist. The videos don't directly support me, but if you enjoy my content, then I'm still happy. Here's another video that I think you'll like if you liked this one. Here's the whole playlist of videos I've done with Lola. I'll see you here or I'll see you there. Here's Bryson's channel. Peace out, people. Bye.